Oh, let's get some weed in me. I think we're going live. I think I'm live. I never know. I think we'll smoke up a bong and let people have it. You find your phone, babe? Ruh-roh. I can like call it.
How would you do that?
Discord?
I guess, yeah.
What's up, JK? We're gonna be I think we're gonna be digging into the poem tonight. I feel like everybody needs a break from everything involving Jack Stoof. So maybe we get back to poem solving again. I don't know. What's up, Redneck? Richard, MS. Ashley will join in a minute. She's trying to find her phone or whatever. We're taking it easy. It's like a chill day. It's like a drinking inside the box day. I'm having water now. We're gonna have some booze here in a minute. I've been told I sound too drunk on streams. Hey, Kevin. So everybody, go get your books. Let's have some fun today. Let's do a little puzzle solving. Let's try to see if we can maybe, like we've done this before. Let's just use the poem to solve the poem, but like we didn't really get into it that deep. Maybe we should like go line by line. Try not to use too much of what we have already said in our own little solves, and maybe we'll have a different interpretation or two. For instance, the first line, as I have gone alone in there. Where is there? I would say if we're going to conduct this little fun thing, let me make sure I can see myself here. So just using these guys, where's there? I would say we go for somewhere else that's in something, right? And we would hop to Braven in the wood. So is in the wood in there? Well, then we can just move wood over to there. And as I have gone alone in the wood. So he starts the poem going into the wood. So he starts the poem at a certain point in the clue process. Again, like this is the kind of stuff maybe we could get into tonight. I don't know. Maybe everyone's sick of that. I don't know. But that's kind of stuff I wanted to maybe do tonight. Anybody want to hop on if, you know, they just want to use the poem to solve the poem? Has anybody tried to say poem like Fen says it? Poem. Poem. My poem. He said poem. Poem. I need a hit. My poem. Also, I got this little bad boy out. It's the Day Hikes Trail Guide, basically, which if you unfold this guy, I mean, holy shnikes. And then on the other side, kind of describes all the trails, or at least some of them. You haven't found it yet? No. Jeepers creepers. Let me try to call it on Discord, see if that helps. Ashley can't find her phone, guys. Probably gonna hear me calling her on the Discord. Oh, that's just awful. How do we mute that? I guess I could mute myself. I'm taking it she didn't find it. She can't find it. You're not missing anything, babe. I'm just saying, poem. Take your time. You want me to help you find it? You hop on and talk to these people? Nope, she just shut the door on me. She is not a happy camper because she cannot find her phone. We've all been there. It's somewhere. She probably left it in the car. Anyway, I'm just so sick and tired of Jack this, Jack that, Jack this, Jack that. I was listening to Candy had a big long stream last night, 7 hours or so. I was on it for a little bit. Alan and Gallatin and Galaxy were on it. And you can just hear in their voices. I think they speak for everybody. We're just over it, but not done. If that makes sense. I think that makes sense. Where's my bong? Here's my bong. Your bong is your friend. But what was it? Your rifle is your something or other. I don't know. It's like in it's that army speak shit. Your rifle is your best friend or some shit. You are nothing without your rifle. Your rifle is nothing without you, or some yada yada yada. As you can tell, I was not in the armed services. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. What's everybody doing on Sunday night? Huh? You drinking? Anybody drinking tonight? I might have to wait till Ashley finds her phone to make drinks and then Ashley will be on, because I'm not asking her to make drinks right now. That would be a rookie move. We're not rookies here, guys. We know how to time our shit. I'm just rambling right now. I mean, I agree. It's just, oof, right? I prayed for the bees. My dad once told me I was the first Napple in the family to ever get a D. That shit hurt to the core. I think I was in 5th grade, 6th grade, I think. I didn't care though. I didn't do my homework, so whatever. Saw Indy, she's awake. Hi, Indy. Hope you're feeling a little bit better today.
Thanks.
You found it?
Yeah.
She found it. Yay. How you feel about alcohol?
Is that me?
Yeah.
Call me your friends usually.
What?
Alcohol's good.
Would you like to be? Oh, B for Barnes. Yes. Would you like to drink tonight, babe? I think the people want to know.
Oh, the people want to know. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if
Are you
we're
the people.
yeah, I am. Because if you drink, I'll drink. Galaxy smoking with me. There you go. Anybody see Bill went live and Jason was mowing the lawn the whole time live. JK said got the lawn mowed before the rain. Jason was on his little lawnmower. What is that, babe? When you get to drive it like a car? You had one of those, right?
Yeah, riding mower.
A riding mower. And I was enthralled just watching the first person view of the riding mower.
It's actually really fun.
He lives right next to a picturesque cornfield right out of a movie, signs.
Huh.
I want to know if he's had crop circles and shit.
Interesting.
It is interesting. I mean, no, we don't have to drink. I understand that, but school starts in 48 hours, 36 hours. Oh, you want to hit? Yeah, girl. And we can't be missing the last day to drink here. This is the last adult day to drink until Friday. Rudy is getting high and telling the answers. Rudy. You have to come on and say it though, otherwise it doesn't count. Did you get a good hit? The slider sucks instead. We have new neighbors that moved in literally right there, and they have babies. It's
And they just cry in the pool all day.
All day. It's like being on a plane with a baby. Oof. I wonder if they can hear that.
Come on, pass it back.
Oh, sorry.
So selfish.
I'm so fucked with that.
You suck at that. They may have a
They
girlfriend.
call it bogarting. I'm bogarting the bong. Today is Sunday. I feel off. It's 5 p.m. and I just woke up. I mean, that is a whole new way to look at it's 5 o'clock somewhere. But Rudy, I really want you to come on live with me. I'll send you the link on Reddit. You don't have to come on now. You can come on whenever you want. And then I'm going to smoke along with you. So essentially, I'm challenging you to a smoke off.
You can ask me my stand over there.
It's a walk off. What?
My stand.
Oh, your stand.
See the charger too. I'm gonna see if that cord works, the gray one. Thank you.
Farewell.
Audio.
I'll see you in another life, brother. Took more medicine. India, I'm telling you, that doxycycline. That's not that. So I sent Rudy the link. Hopefully Rudy can join a little later. That'll be dope. That'll be dope, 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 dope. Doperific. So what do we want to talk about? I offered the poem. I think we should do a team up group effort on this damn poem. So again, as I have gone, you know what we could do? So just this will be easier. I will do a screen share just like the poem. If I can get like a nice, good full screen. And let's just talk about it. How do we feel about it? What can we say that maybe nobody else has thought about? It's a good thought and question. So this will be weird. I'm gonna have the chat on one side. But I'm gonna do this. Why can't I? Yo, I can't like make that window any bigger. That's dumb. That'd be weird if you guys like see my face over. All right, what if I did this? Haha. All right. And minimize that. Okay. Then I share my screen. There we go. There we are. All right. So as I have gone alone in there, and I said there should be in the wood, because he's in the wood, he's in there. Is he in anything else in this poem except for in peace? As he has gone alone in peace, but peace would be there in peace, unless peace is the there. Is peace the there and it's giving us a landmark of some kind, or is there in the wood? Let's start with that. Then we can make, I mean, I'm not good at this kind of thing, but like, then we can do like, oh, like, you know what I mean? And maybe some kind of pattern develops. I don't know. Let's talk about one where it goes alone. Think of the places one goes alone, even if they have their family with them. I agree. Like, where is he going alone? Even if he brought family along on part of the trip. You could say one way I liked was just saying everything was the Madison, or whatever your solve is. Whatever your solve, your Where Warm Waters Halt, I almost felt had to answer everything else in the poem. So for instance, if we erase this, right? As I have gone alone in there, Madison, I can keep my secret where, Madison. Begin it, Madison. Take it, Madison. Not far, but too far to walk. Put in below the home of Brown, also at the Madison. From there, it's no place for the meek. Again, the Madison. The end is ever drawing nigh. The end of the Madison. Coming left to right, left to right. If you're standing at the put in, about to cross, going south. Heavy loads and water high. Again, all the Madison. If you've been wise and found the blaze, look quickly down your quest to cease, but tarry scant with marvel gaze, just take the chest and go in peace. So why is it that I must go and leave my trove for all to seek? The answer I already know. I've done it, tired, and now I'm weak. The Madison. So hear me all and listen good. Your effort will be worth the cold. The Madison. I still argue you're wet. You're fucking cold afterwards. I don't care. If you are brave and in the wood, I give you title to the gold. So I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Madisons. And maybe if I erased one, it's nice and 9 and it's woo. So again, I'm just saying it doesn't have to be the Madison, but again, see how the Madison can fit in there. I always assume that's how a solve would kind of sort of work. whatever your it was for Where Warm Waters Halt was also going to be answering a lot of the other poem. And that's the only way you can use the poem to confirm in the poem that you write about the poem to go to the right spot that the poem is trying to help you get to. So I figured that's got to be the only way. So that's how I approached any solve. But again, it doesn't have to be the Madison. I'm just shooting the shit. But that's not what we're kind of talking about here, right? We're more going, let's talk about a different way to look at it. Maybe we're not approaching it the right way. When he says there's a keyword or a word that is key, maybe that's what I'm talking about here, though. It doesn't so much answer everything for you, but help you find the answer. So alone in there, where is that? Is in there in the cold? Is in there in the wood? Is in there somehow in peace? Where is in there? And it might be in there to die. I see what you're saying, Ghost, but again, in where to die? Where is the there? And again, his secret where. I've heard a lot of people say the poem out loud. I can keep my secret where and hint of riches, rich and new and old. I think people say it like where, as in like where I will hint of riches new and old. It's interesting how people say the word where there. The poem starts out explaining an example as I something with a church. If you've been wise and found the elaborate fake blaze, look quickly down and cry on your knees. You're also crying before you found the elaborate fake blaze, if I'm not mistaken, or did he just start crying afterwards? Ugh. Alan, you and I are just as miffed at the same shit. Trust me. Where'd my water go? Ugh. Do I have to like accept Ashley to get on this? Or she's just fucking around still? Whatever. Anywho. I think we also don't agree on where the fucking riddle is. I still think there's a riddle in the poem. I think the riddle in the poem is put in below the home brown. But you could argue the only way there's a riddle is something that ends with a question mark. And the riddle would then be, so why is it that I must go and leave my trove for all to seek? That almost by definition has to be the riddle because it has the question mark, correct? Ghost answer the wood. That's kind of what I'm saying. As I've gone alone in there, the wood. It's kind of the final step. He's doing the final steps of right before you're going to go look for the blaze. The big conquest of it all, if you will. And so that's where he starts it. It's almost like, Dale posted something new. I'll read it in a second. It's almost as if, it's like an Indiana Jones movie. And you know how each Indiana Jones movie will start with an adventure that we weren't privy to, and we're at the end of the adventure. We're basically at the climax of a previous adventure that ends rather abruptly or quickly, and then we move on to the real story. But then some of that goes to either before the story started or after the story, but either way it's related. So as I have gone alone in there and with my treasures bold, almost starts off like an Indiana Jones movie. He's already on his way. He's past the hard stuff already, and he's at the end of it. I can keep my secret where and hint of riches new and old. Then we go back to the beginning where One Waters Halt. Again, it's like a movie. It's like we're going back. Okay, we showed you the end, but we're going back to the beginning now. Beginning where One Waters Halt. And again, what Fen keeps saying, you gotta start with the first clue. Start with the first clue. Beginning at One Waters Halt. Does anybody possibly think he was making that shit up, or not making up, but lying, or just using our preconceived notions against us? It doesn't seem like we needed his help to begin it where One Waters Halt, because it fucking says it. Am I wrong, Ashley?
No, you're not wrong.
I just don't understand why he would obsess. When I say obsess, I mean, if you look it up on like Terry Scant, he brings it up all the time. He brings it up when people don't even ask him to bring it up.
The first clue where it starts?
Yeah, like somebody will ask him, like, hey, Mr. Fenn, how's the fishing? And he'll go, you don't have anything unless you have the first clue. Like, what? I didn't ask for that.
That's very true. Is that all I missed? I'm sorry, I was trying to get things prepared.
No, you're good. Don't worry. I was just messing around. Dale dropped something new, so I'm gonna check this out and read it. Oh my God, it is way too long. Never mind, I'm not gonna read it.
What is it about?
Well, okay, so Dennis on Forrest is the title. At one point, this is the bold synopsis. At one point, I was looking for stories about Forrest rather than stories from Forrest. Forrest sent me an email address of a friend of his, Dennis McKiernan. Forrest and Dennis were in the Air Force together and seemed like a likely source. So I wrote him. Dennis responded with the following note. I had no idea he was the highly regarded science fiction fantasy author when I wrote. Okay, so he gives an email from Dennis to Dale on September 9th, 2012. Most of everything Dale is dropping is 2012 or 2013 related. One story he wants to share, something about when Forrest and I got soap and brushes and cleaning gear. We had to. By the way, I was first introduced to Forrest back when his Texas friends called him Bubba Fenn. Oh, interesting. So this guy is saying that Forrest used to be called, I mean, do we know that already? Bubba Fenn? Is that new?
I think I've heard Bubba.
I feel like I have too. I can't remember. Hardly a name of any elegance, yet a name of the kind of guy you would gladly have a beer with or share a war or play poker. In my books, I usually have someone named Fenn or Fenner or a place called Big Fen or Little Fen, all from my acquaintance with Bubba, with Forrest, with that guy. That's actually a really cool email. I suggest everybody go check it out. I'm gonna drop a link in the chat. Okay, and then hold on. There is an email from Forrest as well saying, thanks for sending Dennis's email to me. His memory is a little vague. I didn't go to Stewart without him, or I didn't go to Stewart with him. I went to pilot training straight from Donaldson Air Force Base. I don't remember the story about cleaning the floor, but I'm sure it's true. Dennis is one of the brightest men I know and an important writer now. When I started playing poker with the guys, I went to the base library and read every book on odds that I would find and memorized them. I never played hunches, and I don't remember showing a loss when the night was over. We didn't have money to play large limit games, but I routinely won 100 for 4 or 5 hours of playing. Wow. So Fenn is now claiming he's one of the best poker players of all time. Routinely winning a consistent 100 for 4 hours of work. Which, in his time, that's like winning, $300 or $400 a night. He should have been a professional poker player instead of an art dealer.
So you're not believing this then?
No, I don't believe a word of that. And I don't think Fenn expects us to believe that. That's absolutely, it feels like he's satiring himself. You remember the movie Big Fish?
Yes.
It feels like he's big fishing himself. He's giving us the big fish version of his past at every chance he can. And it's just, he might have been a good poker player, but he wasn't routinely winning $300 or $400 or $500 in our money, 2021 money, every night with the same people. They would have thought he was a cheater if that was the case. Oh, unless he was cheating, then that's the then sure.
I know a lot of people too that gamble regularly that like to come home and talk about how much they won, but they never mention how much money they took out or spent to win that money. So,
right. But he goes one step further. Remember, he goes, when I started playing poker with the guys, I went to the base library and read every book on odds that I would find and memorized them. I never played hunches, and I don't remember showing a loss when the night was over. We didn't have money to play large limit games, but I routinely won 100 for 4 or 5 hours of playing. Again, this is in the 60s. That is kind of a high limit. I mean, if he's winning $100 a night, what is he doubling up? So he's starting with 100. I mean, he's doubling up every night, or is he starting with 200 or 300 a night and winning $100 every night? Again, this is 1960s dollars. That's like $1,000. That's me sitting down with $1,000 at a poker table. Is it high stakes? No, but it's certainly not a bunch of Air Force dudes just sitting around shooting the shit either.
I agree with that.
And then to win every single night, fuck off, Forrest. Like he doesn't. I don't think he expects us to believe that.
It's not realistic. It would never happen.
K-Pro's here. She could tell us. She's a poker player. K-Pro, in this latest email drop from Forrest Fenn, check it out, or from Dennis, or Jesus, from Dale, about a dude named Dennis who knew Forrest Fenn. dropped a story, and then Fenn replied to it to Dale back in 2012 saying he didn't remember one of the stories, but he did play poker and he would routinely win $100 from them every time they played for 4 or 5 hours and never showed a loss. Does that seem reasonable, K-Pro? Or anybody who plays poker in the chat? I'd ask you, Ashley, but you don't play poker, so. And even you don't look like you think that's reasonable. Or are you just going off what I think?
No, I don't, because I don't play poker because I lose at playing poker. So that's how I know that that's not probable.
It's a fun little story, though. I will say the dude who wrote the longer story, this Dennis guy. I said I was going to post the link in the chat. The dude who wrote this story about Forrest, it was a pretty cool little story. Basically, I didn't get to read all of it.
Yeah, K-Pro says that's reasonable if you are fibbing.
Yeah, he's fibbing. Like, come on. Like, for instance, babe, you've watched the best of Phil Hellmuth, right? And I said how much I love Phil Hellmuth just for him being a brat. How many losses did they show for him when he had aces and aces? You lose. It doesn't matter how good you are. You will lose at poker sometimes, a lot of times. Hopefully you have more winnings than losses, but like,
you're really getting me excited to stake you in the World Series of Poker right now. I'm feeling very positive about this.
It's called setting reasonable expectations. Am I good? Yes. Did I pay the bills playing poker for many a year in Las Vegas? Yes. Does that mean I'm going to cash or win the reunion tournament? Probably, but I can't promise it.
The thing is, I've never seen you win at poker before.
I've never played when we've been together.
Exactly.
COVID.
So I'm just saying I don't feel that confident.
Okay, Pro, I report my losses on crypto to Ashley. Believe me, she gets the rundown. Although lately I have no clue because I don't have a phone, so I have no clue where Dogecoin's at.
That's lovely.
I think it's good, though, to step away from Doge and stop day trading it. And just, we'll see where it's at when I get my phone back. Oh, yeah, for sure, K-Pro. And I'd argue how deep is a hole in terms of what's a decent pot. You know, it's all about relativity and where we are in the tournament. I don't care so much about winning one big hand an hour in the first 2 or 3 hours before antes are even an issue. So you double up in the first 2 hours. So you have 300 big blinds instead of 150 big blinds. That means shit in the first 2 or 3 hours. But if we're bubbling, and I'm stealing fucking pots and antes because I'm just quadrupling whatever the big blind is, and I'm just taking out short stacks or mid stacks or just folding left and right because they want to cash. Again, what's a decent pot? How deep is the hole? In my opinion, it says I sound like a fish. Again, I paid the bills. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't think that's a fish. I'm probably a fish now because I haven't played in so long. That's probably true. I got to get back into the groove.
But that's COVID, right?
COVID, plus I stopped playing poker legitimately in like 2013 when I moved away from Vegas, really. So, I mean, I played like once a month at a card room in Minnesota for a few years. So, I mean, I played off and on. I probably suck compared to like what I used to play. Let's get back to the poem, though. I'm bored with poker. Although K-Pro's doing that poker thing, we got to do that. What do we win, K-Pro? Is she here? Day trading Doge is like betting on NBA Summer League. Alan, oh, Alan. How close you are to reality, sir. Nothing like betting on online fucking video game dudes. Well, God, what was the name of that game?
Online video games?
Yeah, it was dudes playing like this famous video game against each other, and you could bet on it on DraftKings. Oh God, Doge is at 33 cents a share. Okay, I think I bought back into it at like 22, so I'm in profit. That's, I mean, whatever. I probably would have, I would have sold that a while back, but whatever.
K-Pro says there's a dozen prizes donated so far.
Okay, but like, what's like the first place prize that we're thinking here? First place gets
I gotta look this
dinner and a
dog
beer
up.
with Shiloh. It's a secret donated prize by Shiloh. Like that'd be dope. I'll buy Shiloh a beer. That'd be a good win. Get Shiloh's ass drunk. Shiloh, what's your drink, brother? Hey, did anyone see the post on Thor today? They found Finn was wearing the same outfit, jeans and the Mr. Rogers sweatshirt thing and his button down. Like it was the same day or something. Probably was. It was probably actually, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. That was probably like taken for the same publication. He used it for the book. I would assume he has more than one outfit. What up, girl? Hey,
my AirPods.
do you think we could have drinks? Maybe? Pretty please, with sugar on top?
What do you want?
Whatever you're having and making. Thank you. The searcher donated a $250 gift card to her women's swimwear line. All right. So if I win, I get to buy Ashley a swimsuit. So it'll be for the thrill of the win, is what you're saying. All right. I'm down for that. Because we gotta. I keep forgetting he spelled dollars wrong. I always forget that he did that.
How do you spell them?
Dollers.
Oh.
I wish, you know what? We should all talk about how to find one of these fucking bells. How about that? Because I heard a rumor from a few birdie birds that, you know, maybe possibly the autobiography could be in a bell, or all the bells, or one of the bells.
Oh, I've heard that too. I don't know if that was a rumor or accurate because
I've heard
definitely
it from
that.
a few different people. Hey, did you know there's an X on Forrest's shoe as a kid at the Totem Caper Cafe? I mean, it looks like shoelaces, sure, but right there. I mean, get your book out. It's hard because it won't focus, but right there. Oh, well, then, you know, let's just turn the page and there's a bigger version. Huh. 2 X's and a dot. Now, obviously, you would lace them, so that's what they would look like. But, you know, it is a treasure hunting book. This is such a weird sentence, too. My brother being Skippy. Like, was Skippy just a character?
Well, yeah, that wasn't his name, right?
I know it wasn't his name. I'm just saying, like I don't know. I just feel like there's a purposeful mystery to unravel there, just as there is in Goldenmore.
Like, don't we say that Chloe is so Chloe today? Like Chloe just being Chloe?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But that thing of the string ball, I'm just saying, I don't know.
String ball sounds inappropriate.
Ball of string is a clue.
That's better.
The origin of the phrase clue. Ben, what big news in the chase this week? What is the big news in the chase this week? Let's recap. What have we? I took a few days off, so.
Yeah, we were out of town.
This. What was the big news this week of the chase? I think there hasn't been any. How about that? Trick question. Oh, there's edibles here.
Yeah, those are the ones I found.
Hybrids. Let's
They're
take
the pear ones.
Oh, God, yeah, the pear ones smell and taste awful.
I wonder if I can taste them now.
Probably. What do we have from Jack directly about him on Reddit? What has he shared? I feel like K-Pro's trying to lead a horse to water here. Let me think. Shit, man, you got me. You're gonna have to catch me up, K-Pro. I'm telling you, it's been an off week. I'm just merely frustrated with anything and all things, Jack. So, and honestly, if there could be a chance that whatever you're talking about is not something that was like, I don't want this to sound pretentious, but like not new to me, and maybe was new to like the community or something. But oh, thank you.
Oh, is that okay? It's my AirPods.
Oh, it's your AirPods. Yeah,
Sorry.
That's cool. That's weird. Bill Gorman's here. Where did you hide that book and stones? Oh, Ghost Dancer.
Oh, your place, your spot?
You know, I don't want to give that spot up. I've shown it too many times. I don't think I've shown the exact spot, but I've certainly shown the where you pull off.
We could use it later.
Yeah, I always said I'd put something there, but it's so obvious. It's a really cool spot. I want to see if that nook is still intact, just like I found it and just like I left it. Has Jack made any comments about the condor? And if you put the final location on red, I don't believe so. I believe he has ignored everything, right? The latest, when was the latest email that anyone has gotten from Jack? I think
before the condor, unless someone else has something after that.
I think Copper Dan is the last person to ever speak with Jack, right? I don't think we've had any comments from Jack. If we have, please direct me. I don't think we have.
Remember that thing that when we were watching the one of the interviews where he talked about simplifying?
Yes.
That was something we of certain words that would help.
You froze on me.
It's probably my internet.
Put like priority on you or something. I'll shut off my Xbox. Sucking some internet away. Well, we'll let you come back and then you can ask that question again. I'll hop back.
Oh, this damn dog. I'm gonna kill this dog.
K-Bro really, I must be forgetting something.
Go.
Well, Ghost Dancer, that's an excellent point. If you can find the pull-off and you follow the clues in Forrest Fenn's poem precisely, you will find the nook that I found and buried the Forrest Fenn book at. And boy, will that feel like a T.S. Eliot moment. Using the poem to find the book. Okay, but honestly, if you ever do find it, please like record yourself doing it. I would love to see it like found and what it looks like, you know, a year later or whatever, or 2 years later. So if you do happen to run across it, please say something. That'd be pretty fucking dope, actually. I think we can. It's in Colorado. Just to be clear. No, just got it tonight. That's why I was like, oh, so K-Pro sounds like she has something. Ashley.
Oh, Sugar.
And Sugar.
I'm sorry, this dog. She's like stepping across my charger every 5 seconds.
Ghost Dancer's all over it. Oh, Ghost Dancer, I am cheering you on, dude. Or female, do that.
Okay, so K-Pro has what now? I know I can focus.
And then I tell you what, if you do find it, I'll give you the GPS coordinates of a surreal camping spot that's probably within shit, I could be wrong, but about 20 to 25 minutes away from that spot. Maybe 30, 40 minutes. But totally worth it. Right on a creek that you can cross, and there's like it honestly looked like a really good fen spot, but there was no poem correlation. It was just a really, really, really cool spot. It's another spot I might hide something at that has nothing to do with where I buried the book, but it's a really cool camping spot, and it is my secret. But if you can find the buried book, I'll tell you about that camping spot because you'll be 20 minutes away from it. So when you find it, email me right away so I can tell you about this camping spot and you can go to it. It's a dispersed spot. There's no guarantee that someone else isn't already there, but you'll know about it. You can see it. It's really fucking dope. We could hide something at the camping spot that we liked that overlooked like the cliff and the river and the falls and shit. But like
where we were worried about the bears.
that place was like it's too popular. You know what I mean? Like it's a legit camping spot. Like you'll find
like someone could just run into it.
You'll run into it if we put
stumble over it.
Yeah.
But you know what's cool about that place too? There was stuff that other people had left there that was neat, and I wondered if they were like, remember, it was like the fire pit that they made and different stuff that obviously camper.
But they didn't. They put like sticks in the middle of it. It was cool. They knew they were leaving like a marker. Yeah. Yeah. And it wasn't cool. Like disturbing nature. It was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Google Mesh, like Ashley said. I thought somebody else wrote that. I just looked. Yeah. Google Mesh is dope. I will say that. I'm not a fan of technology, but I like it. What else are we talking about, babe? Big news has happened. What are the questions still lingering that are new and not asked to death?
I liked Capro's question of why is Dale releasing all of this stuff now?
Dale, if you're watching, you don't know who we are, but come on down or go on to Capro's channel or somebody's channel. You're doing something, or is he just going to say, I'm just releasing force emails? Because if I wasn't releasing emails that I was holding on to, you guys would be yelling at me for not releasing them. So I'm damned.
We wouldn't even know.
Right, we wouldn't, but I bet you people in the community would go, hey, how come Dale hasn't released anything? I bet you Dale has tons of shit. I guarantee you that would be said.
Probably.
So he's in a tough spot. He's in a tough spot. Ooh, we got some stuff going in here. Chasing Indy, I think I found a partner. Want to double check something for me? Chasing Indy goes follow this thread. Possibly Carrie, what are you up to? Looks like Carrie and Indy are up to something.
Yeah, what is the thread? He's
hunt.
referring this right now. Is this
they're on the
Reddit?
Jack partner hunt, Reddit hunt.
Ah. Oh yes, Jack's partner.
These do look super random, Kate Pro. I will say this last one that he dropped, I found to be particularly entertaining, and I actually enjoyed this one as I kind of have kept skimming it as we've done this. It's a good one. The rest of them, I was like, okay, what's the point of this? But maybe that's the whole point, that we don't get that there's a point and it's just woof, right over our heads.
That's very true. Well, Indy's found that person as well, looks like.
So they are talking about the same person. Could they be right? Could they be wrong? We won't find out here.
Looks like there's pictures too.
Looks like things are heating up.
What is this comment about someone paying Jack $10,000 on Twitter? I remember hearing something about that. What was that? Remind me.
So there's a poker player on Twitter. I actually conversed with this dude when he first posted about this, and we DM'd on Twitter a little bit. He's a poker player. He trades in crypto. He's got extra money to spend. He's one of the younger millennials, and he put up $10,000 for anybody who had proof of whoever the finder was. This was before we knew that Jack Stoof was the named finder. And so he offered 10 grand to anybody who could prove without a shadow of a doubt, basically a picture of the person in the chest and their name and proof that that's their identity. And basically when nobody was able to claim the 10 grand from this poker player. And then when Jack outed himself, I think Dan Barbarisi was talking to Jack at this exact moment. And Dan Barbarisi was involved in this exact same online poker world. And so he knew about this guy offering the $10,000. and goes to Jack. Hey, by the way, Jack, since you've outed yourself, there's a dude offering 10 grand for your identity. You outed yourself and gave up the identity, so you should contact him and collect your 10 grand. It's a little like stretch of whatever the deal or bet was, but the poker player dude fulfilled it and paid Jack 10 grand and actually offered 10 grand for the finder and 10 grand for Jack proving it. And the finder would have been Dan Barbarisi in this case. And Dan turned down the money because he didn't want to be involved with collecting any money while writing this book. And so the 10 grand went to Jack. So Jack got 20 grand for outing himself.
And he really did collect that?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, yes. We could, I guess we could reach out to the poker player, but I thought someone already did. I could reach back out to him and make sure that Jack collected. And frankly, I'd love to know how Jack collected.
Right?
Hold on.
Because that's someone that's had some kind of contact with him more than others.
Might have done it through Dan, maybe. I don't know. But I'm going to go into my DMs. I'm going to go back to this dude. Yep. His name was Mike McDonald. Hey, man. Did Jack ever collect from you on that 20K? I haven't spoke to the dude since June 11th, 2020. So.
But you have spoken to him before.
Yeah, so I'm going on a previous DM here, so we'll see.
What kind of stuff were you guys talking about before?
I was trying to find people that could have been the finder, and I messaged him about somebody from Littleton, Colorado. Oh, fuck.
What?
Oh, fuck.
Did he reply already?
No. I'm looking at the person. I'm going to have to talk with some people about this. There's someone claiming to be the solver.
Where?
What do you mean where?
Like, where are you reading this?
I was reading what I sent to Mike McDonald back in June of 2020. I sent him my idea of who I thought maybe it was, and I actually had conversed with the guy on LinkedIn and had sent a screenshot of our chat.
Huh.
Screen share. K-Pro, I can't. There's like doxing information. This was all kept private because this guy has a check mark. He was doing a public bet. He's a public figure in the poker world. I knew he would keep a secret. And some of it is redacted, but I can't take a chance that I didn't properly redact everything. But I will screenshot it eventually. How about that? I won't keep this to myself. This will be shared, just not today. I'll share it either next week or I'll send it off to K-Pro and maybe it'll match with something she's seen or has, and maybe she can use it. Or anybody else maybe who has a valid reason for it. But honestly, you have to prove that you've kept your sources quiet. You don't dox people. Like, you know, there's a reason I send stuff to K-Pro. It's interesting though. I got to say, it took me by surprise just now in front of everyone. Babe, if you want to come up and look at it without like saying anything, you can.
Okay.
It's fucking interesting. I told him if I'm right, I don't even want the 10 grand. I just want to buy into one of the smaller World Series of Poker events. No, K-Pro, I don't believe it does, but it might match another name that we've gone over and I can't remember. So I want to talk to you about it. But the location here is ridiculous. So it's, you know, it's weird things coming together. Weird shenanigans afoot at the old Circle K. Okay, in my opinion, has said, I've now been paid out on this. Thanks, Mike McDonald. Let me say, I think all Canadians should reroute their 2020 stimulus checks to an American. Right. Americans were getting fucked on stimulus checks then. All right, so look at this without saying anything. This person, I guess, sent proof from this area to that address on that date. shipped on that date, arrived on that date, right? And what was in it was, I think, it was delivered on that date. And oh God, you know what? I hope I have it on my computer because it's this and that says rock.
Okay.
And then I actually find the guy and says this. And it's just it's weird. It's a weird little coinkydink. Yeah. Candy, you didn't have to delete that one. I mean, I get it. Bill, you may think you're the solver, just like a lot of people think they're the solver. I understand you really believe you're the solver, Bill. Maybe you are, but you know, we're not dummies for thinking you're not. Just like, you know, I think all of us are open to another ending. If that other ending is Bill Gorman was really the true solver, so be it. If it meant, look, let's just not go down that road. Silly sauce. And guys, again, I don't need confirmation on what you guys are talking about. Let's put it that way. Neither does K-Pro. It would have been interesting, but that's not actually what's interesting right now. So, word, Indy, you're fine. Lorraine Mills interviewed and congratulated me earlier this week. Interesting, Bill. I mean, the people in the inner circles, if you want to call them that, in the first rounds of this, had a consensus that the condor was Jack and Jack is the condor. And then, you know, it sounds like a couple of people had tested this by, you know, sharing this information with other folks, and the other people who then got to see it also believed and had the consensus. And then once it hit the database drop, I think the consensus is it's Jack. I think the only people who at this juncture say it isn't Jack also don't really believe in the idea of Jack or the concept of Jack or that Jack found it anyway. So like, what are we looking at? So like, you know, whether or not Jack Stoof found the chest has nothing to do with the condor being Jack Stoof, right? That's the point I'm trying to make right now. And I think it's getting lost. Jack Stoof is the condor, whether or not
Agreed.
whether or not he found the chest.
I agree.
I do want to follow up on that.
K-Pro asked a question, I think, earlier. K-Pro, was it what if all of the spots that the condor mentioned weren't the actual spot?
I think it's very plausible that the concept here is, would a searcher who's posting on social media really be posting where they're searching on social media, whether that be Reddit, Thor, Chase Chat? And I agree with the logic that if he's talking about X, he's looking at Y. You know, if he keeps talking about ABC, he's really going to do 1, 2, 3. I get that. I just don't know. If that's the case, then we can rule out the Madison Junction. Great. Now we still have 99.8% of Wyoming to look at.
And doesn't it seem like Jack did a lot of research and used a lot of other people's research to fit in with his own? So I feel like so I feel like in this instance, like if he did everything on his own and he wasn't on any social media, I mean, of course we wouldn't have anything, but if he solved it all on his own and he was one of those people that started in the beginning, I don't know, did they blab about where they were? Were they more secretive? I think that he was sort of playing catch up. So I think that I do believe it's possible that he would be talking about locations because he's just trying to put it out there and see what anyone else has.
I kind of think so too. I think there's a few things that play to his advantage in his mind about if it is Madison Junction and the safety of why he can actually just openly ask about Madison Junction, because at this point in the chase, it's been searched to death. We're 8 years into the chase and it hasn't been found. And if he truly believes it's Madison Junction, he's convinced himself, there's a reason why it hasn't been found and I know the answer to that. So, I'm going to get it. And so He uses I hate to break it to people. He used other people's information to figure out his shit. And maybe Jack doesn't even want to admit that, but too bad. Like, that's what happened. Everybody in some way, shape, or form used information ascertained from some other source at some point in the chase.
Totally.
And you're a liar if you're saying that you didn't.
And Jack was 100% following Candy's old research partner. Following on what?
Copper Dan is live. Well, I mean, that's good for Copper Dan. I don't think there's much more to learn. I hope you jump over there and donate to St. Jude stuff, I guess. Dan Marino jersey. Hell yeah, like and subscribe. We're an Angels family just because that's where the kids get to go to watch baseball games. But I'm actually a Mariners fan, so.
You know how many compliments I received on this jersey? Apparently, this is like a vintage starter jersey.
Why do you think I held on to it?
They literally, the one guy in one store was like, "Where did you get that? Where did you find that? Did you find that like in a thrift store? Where's this from?" It's a vintage 90s. I'm so OG right now. And then one guy in the shoe store, he was like, "Hey, I have a hat for you to match that jersey." He was trying to get me to buy a orange hat.
What's it say on the old size label there? Down no, on the bottom. On the bottom.
Oh.
Does it say kids or anything like that?
M 10 to 12. Is this like a youth 10 to 12?
That's my jersey from like 1995.
Oh gosh, I'm wearing a kid's jersey from
when I was
95.
like when I was like 12 years old.
So then it is pretty dope.
And
I'm glad you kept it. It fits me perfect.
I'm glad I kept it too. I had a 1972 Dolphins jersey with Marino's name and number, but I fucking lost it. Damn. That was like $500 too. I bought it at the Dolphin Stadium. Stupid. Never buy the jersey at the stadium. We did that with the Angels jerseys too.
I was just going to say, we literally did that a few months ago. It was a ridiculous amount of money.
Atlantic Coast. I hear you, brother. They haven't won a game. Honestly. And Dan's last game is so depressing when you think about it. We lost like 66-3 to the Jaguars in the playoffs. And that was Marino's last game. Blech. But we got Tua now. So we're going to find out. We're going to find out if the Tua train is real. I'm hyped for this season.
I've never watched so much sports in my lifetime.
Well, it's good for you.
Okay, so what's next? What other questions are there out there? Are we getting close to the end? What's happening? Do we have any news on the chest and what's happening with that?
I think that's why we're in a nothingness state right now. Jack maybe just pulled back coincidentally on the timing. Maybe he's pulling back because a sale is imminent. And if that's the case, this may be over. But this community doesn't seem like it's going to accept it. I'm certainly not willing to accept it. And I think Jack underestimates the fact that people were able to budget their time to have a real life and to have a chase life. And now people are just devoting the time that was going to a solve to figuring out the story. And eventually that will get the story out, and Fenn's words will come true that eventually the story is going to come out. So, Jack has an escape parachute with selling the chest for a while, and it'll die down. I think we're going to die down greatly for a while here. I think we're going to get like one more spread of news. Then it's going to be like documentaries. I mean, we're going to get desperate and start looking at like Doug Preston's new book for clues. It's going to be pathetic. I'm going to have a front row seat for it.
What if the chest is sold? What then? How are you going to feel then?
Well, I want to know who bought it, right?
Well, of course. And then are we going to be searching for that person? Like, do you think that person will try to be anonymous, or will they be out in the open about it?
I hope one of two things. Either whoever buys it stays anonymous because they're paying it forward and there's going to be a new hunt. Or whoever buys it is up front and center about everything, shares whatever they can and know, from the purchase to the olive jar to whatever they got, and shows off the chest. And, at least people can see that it was real, and maybe get some closure from that. Anything short of those two options would suck.
What about K-Pro's question in chat?
What is that?
Let me ask you a different way. If Jack has stated that if he was on Reddit, he can assure us that he never mentioned the actual location in any of his posts or where he found it. Thoughts?
I think that's easy for Jack to say now. I mean, I'm going to pretend it's me, and I know that's like against the rules, but it's me. I did talk about my solve on Reddit because I needed to get as much information in a short amount of time as possible. So I talked about my solve, and I knew that was probably a risk, but it's an area that's been searched to death, and I'm not releasing the pertinent information. I'm just talking about the general location. So I'm going to put it out there. Okay. Then I find the chest, I retrieve the chest, and I want to stay anonymous. I do everything the same as Jack. Okay. Now at this juncture, I find someone has found my posts and my Reddit name, and I'm being confronted with the question. And my answer is, listen, anything I wrote about on Reddit actually had nothing to do with my solve or where I looked. That's an easy thing for me to say, and a thing that I would say, to just say, no, that's not it, that's not it, that's not it. If you don't believe me, you're going to keep looking at my posts, but you're going to have no confirmation. You're going to have a lingering doubt because I said something. If you do believe me now, well, then you're looking the other way. So I think it's very easy for Jack to say that, and he'd have a lot of motivation to lie there, and we know he lies. So unfortunately, I can't just believe that answer.
And there could be ways around it. He could technically not be lying by saying, yeah, I didn't mention the exact spot, but general location, where I was, where I searched. I mean, there's definitely ways around it. I think he can answer that question, or just lie like you said.
And look, the guy has tried to be like Forrest Fenn since word one. I mean, yeah. Everybody and their mother said that Forrest Fenn wrote the Medium article, not Jack. It was Forrest Fenn wrote it some point in the summer, or always had it written and was just going to have it released after he died. Who knows? Not true, Ben. I didn't, and I'm not lying. What? I have no idea what you're talking about, Hillbilly Hound. K-Pro, did that answer your question? I hope it did. I'm gonna smoke a bong for that because I think it was a good answer. Seth Rogen's weed. Where's Seth Rogen's weed?
The bed behind you, maybe?
No, it's in front of me. Houseplant.
On Diablo.
Diablo. Strain from Jack Herrera. Fucking A. And away we go.
K-Pro says, in my opinion, I think we knew general location of many and some solves. Yes. Definitely think people talked about their general areas.
Here's what I think is frustrating, everybody, and no one wants to say it in case Madison is right. We have all this information, and none of us can still come up with a solve to this motherfucking poem. We've had Wyoming for a year. Still no one can come up with a solve that we all believe in. We've had what we think is Yellowstone for predominantly that year. Still no one can come up with a consensus solve for the poem. Now we've been focused on little areas in Yellowstone, and in those areas, we can't come up with a consensus solve for the poem. What are we missing?
I honestly think at this point, it's because there are so many lies. I think that's it.
Absolutely.
I think you almost have to go back to the beginning and forget everything and just start over. Because I think if Forrest said something or Jack said something, and then we take that and we go, okay, Forrest said it's not here. Jack said, no, this is not right. And then you change your search area based on those things, thinking that they're facts. And now we're learning, okay, maybe Forrest wasn't 100% truthful. Jack has definitely lied to us before. So I think we're all confused. I think it might have been easier if we didn't have all these lies floating around.
But Fenn himself started that.
Yep.
We knew what we were getting into.
100%. I'm just saying, I think that's why it's taking so long to figure out. Like maybe we figured it out already.
Let me ask the chat. If we knew this ending was going to happen whenever you started the chase, whether that was 2010 or 2019, would you still have done the chase, knowing this is the ending you're getting and not knowing what's coming next? Or would you just have not done the chase at all and, not been able to do maybe some outdoor adventures that you would have done? Was the juice worth the squeeze? I still say yes, personally.
I think we all need something, and if it wasn't this, it would be something else. And this is fun, even though it's frustrating. And
As
we're
long
all a
as it
part
was
of
real.
some history. Yes,
As long
I
as
agree.
it's
As
real.
long as it's real. Yeah,
If it was all bullshit,
that's a
then
bummer.
no. And honestly,
It was excellent for COVID, Huli. I know. I mean, I wasn't involved during COVID, but I know that Ben enjoyed it.
fucking A, was it ever. I don't think I would have had another opportunity to catch up like I did. And frankly, whether or not we know what Jack did or not when he did it, I do think maybe even that extra 6 months helped, because I think everybody had a thought in their head that it was going to be like a slingshot. Like everybody had a good long chance to hibernate and really go over their shit. So it wasn't too surprising in retrospect that it was found so quickly after the parks, at least if you think it was the park, right after the park opened. I mean, within days for all entrances.
So Gallatin says, yes, I'd still be in it. It's the thrill of the chase, yo, because it really is. And then Capro says, yes, worth it, but I would have made very, very different choices in the process.
I think that's a fair answer. I think different choices would have been made. I really hope that the people who had invested a shit ton of money were able to at least get adventures out of it and perspective of, oof, maybe I spent too much, so they wouldn't do that again. Maybe a little bit of a learning lesson here to invest the kind of money I saw that people were investing. Holy jeebers. I mean, unless you were like a decade-long searcher and, that shit just adds up. Like if you tell me I spent 20 grand on the chase, I'm going to go, oh, it's kind of crazy. But if you go on one boots on the ground a year for 10 years, that's, $2 grand. $2 grand is a fair number for a boots on the ground trip, right? When you're just by yourself.
Totally.
So once a year, 10 years, that's 20 grand. So it's relative, of course. But like if someone spent like 80 grand on the chase, convinced they were going to get the chest and sold their life to do this, that's like, whoa. But you can't get around that. And I wouldn't want that to dissuade the next eccentric millionaire from hiding a chest either. There's going to be people who take it to the extreme and take it too far. That's in everything, including basketball. We were just watching that Ron Artest thing. People take shit to the extreme in all walks of life. That doesn't really stop doing them. I don't think you've only had. I would have done it or not, because I was only in for it for. I
was just gonna say, it's only been a couple of years for you. I mean, the people that started in the beginning, this one 10 plus years.
And shit, I'm in this fucked ending, and I'm only getting more involved. So there's your answer.
That's true. That's fair. It's a really good point.
In the Medium article, Jack said, and that's not even half of the story. Half Hell's Half Acre. Ah, shit.
Interesting.
I like it, Stuck. Had my brain wheels moving. That'd be dope. I don't know what the fuck you find at Hell's Half Acre, but that's dope.
I don't know. Capro can laugh about it, maybe.
Alan K. The only thing I would have done differently, I wouldn't have made so many elaborate blazes in Yellowstone. Alan K., you cruel, cruel, cruel searcher, you.
Watch
So
yourself.
cruel.
Be careful. Be careful saying that stuff in here.
So cruel. God, just cruel. Cruel, Ashley. Hurts your feelings. Cruel.
You probably need another toke for that one.
I do need another toke for that one. Jack, what the fuck are you talking about? Cruel.
Are you talking to Jack or Alan now?
I'm talking to Jack.
Okay.
Alan knows what's up.
It is silly sauce.
Not even half the story, indeed. Not even half the searchers involved.
Hey, yeah.
Oh!
One of two trips.
Swish.
I like that.
Oh, and one of two trips. Sure. Tag team, K-Pro. Tag team. Boom.
Yeah.
Double clothesline to Jack right there. Boom. Now what, Jack? Half the story. We got the other half. Let's get together. I was gonna start singing, but I decided not to.
I thought you were going to, and it was gonna feel like a 90s R&B video, and I was here for it.
Hey, let's get together.
No, never mind. Oh man.
That was my bad Adam Levine.
Oh, please don't ruin Adam Levine for me, please. He is sacred.
If I could ruin Adam Levine, it would be a win.
No, you're not allowed
For all
to.
mankind.
Nope, not allowed. Never.
Yeah, Andy, we can't stop investigating. That's what the powers that be want. And we can't let that happen. Okay, what was the way that Forrest was going to know that the chest was retrieved? At one point, the concept was shown to us that it was going to be a $100,000 IOU to be retrieved at a bank. But oops, what if that bank account didn't exist? Because my treasure hunt's going to last so long that banks won't exist. So I took that idea out, but I put something else in, or I did something else, and I don't want to tell you what it is. What the fuck was that?
Legal documents, paperwork.
But he said he didn't want to leave paper in there because it would get, whatever the hell he said. It would get.
But don't we know there was something in there? Didn't he say that too?
Say what? Say again.
Didn't we know there was something in there, some kind of paperwork or legal documents?
Jack didn't confirm or deny the legal documents question, which was posed to him. You could take that as a confirmation that there were in fact legal documents. And again, he put shit in plastic baggies. Why couldn't he laminate the legal documents? Like it's not that hard, right? So again, we're not getting half the story. That's fine. But you know what, Jack? You don't get to tell us to move on when you also say that's not even half the story. Shenanigans, sir. Shenanigans.
It's just an invitation for everyone to
say that. What?
It's just an invitation for everyone to keep searching and looking and trying to get the rest of the story. I mean, really, it's dangling a carrot.
And he put that in an article that he had plenty of time to edit, go over and over and over and over again. Every word
he was promoting it.
Precisely used. Yes, this was everything in there was in there for a reason, and he dangled that carrot. Okay, well, you woke us all up with the carrot, bro. I'm not gonna back down. I'm not gonna stop with it. Even if it gets annoying and old. I'm sick of it.
What would Jack do?
What would Jack do?
I doubt he would stop.
That's interesting. What would Jack do if he wasn't the finder right now?
Yeah.
Well, what do we have to go off of? We have basically 2018 Jack, because if we look at 2019 Jack, I'm still in the camp that's a whole different Jack. That is a Jack who is 100% confirmed, solid. He at least knows where the chest is, and he's imminently going to get it, or he's already gotten it, or he's already seen it. That's a whole different Jack. So I can't look at that Jack to determine what he would have done if someone else found it. So I have to look at 2018 Jack. And 2018 Jack was a snarky little motherfucker. He made me laugh on a few of those posts. He made me squirm on a few of his posts. He made me roll my eyes at a few of his posts. The whole 9 yards. The whole 9 yards, 9 clues. Anyway, 9 yards. It's 27 feet. Anyway, where was I? Shit.
You were talking about 2018 Jack versus 2019 Jack.
Yeah, 2018 Jack. That's what we could have to look at. And 2018 Jack was snarky. So he would probably complain, but oh God, he would probably move on, to be honest. I think he would move on.
Capro says, Ben, we have to go off his past history way back that he would investigate, and some of his targets have said things like dox and stalk, literally. I'm not aware of that information.
Okay, let's put it this way. Okay, so we have to believe that he searched for let's say 20 days and was crying and didn't find it and someone else got it. Okay, let me put that frame of mind in the context here. I don't think he would move on until he found out a solution. So yeah, he'd still be in the thick of things then. That's a good point. Because I think he'd be very concerned that someone else got it. Because remember, he said he was paranoid. He was worried there were other searchers. He ran into a fake blaze. He knows there's other searchers in that area. He would be concerned. I don't know that he'd go full Barbara, but I think he would hang in the shadows and try to figure out just who this was before he made his next move. And that would require him to stay in the game.
What's the connection with Shannon?
That's like above my pay grade. Shannon, was that odious soul? I don't know. I don't know.
I don't either.
You can wait for a response on that one. We can get back to it. Because what were you going to ask?
Well, Indy was saying I would look into Shannon and why she's associated with Jack. And I want to say Capro mentioned Shannon as well earlier, but I
wasn't that the one who
sure.
was saying the rectangle size area or whatever?
Yes. Okay. How is she connected to Jack though?
Because I think they emailed each other about the spot and Jack said, please don't share it. And she's still not sharing. Like, what the fuck? You know what? Is she shared it? Are we sure she hasn't shared that email? Chat room. Talking bigotry.
Yes, odious soul. She says she knows the location.
So why isn't she sharing at this point? She has to see how this is getting to levels even worse than when this was first brought up months back. She said we're all idiots for hanging on. Oh, well, then there you go. We're all idiots.
Oh, that's what K-Pro said. K-Pro said that Shannon said we need to just drop it and let it go and we're all idiots.
A lot like Jack. A lot like Copper Dan. Copper Dan didn't say we're all idiots for not letting it go, but he's certainly in camp. We need to move on. But he didn't say we're all idiots or anything like that. But I'm just unsure of what's going on. So I'm unsure of people's intentions right now. So I'm unsure.
Hooli says she shared the email but redacted the places.
She shared, well, okay, but again, why isn't she just sharing the place?
I don't know.
Searchers would destroy it. Like, searchers have seen 1,000 areas in the state of Wyoming alone, and nothing's been destroyed but for a few crazy motherfuckers.
I kind of
I tell you what. Tell us the place, and we'll take turns camping out by it and protecting it. I'll take the first round. I'll camp there for like 2-3 weeks. I'll just keep an eye, make sure no one touches it. And someone else can come camp there for 2-3 weeks. We just do this year in, year out, year in, year out. We can protect the spot ourselves. There you go, Jack. Problem motherfucking solved.
Well done. Bravo.
Baby, these were so good. What was this?
Magic.
Can you make magic again?
Yes.
Thank you, baby. There you go, Jack. You got your solution. We will literally take shifts protecting it. You took naps there, so I know it's okay to go to sleep. Ooh, another swish. Need a bong rip for that one. I love using people's shit against them. You could use it against me all the time, sure, but I'm not the public figure who found the fucking chest, so I'm of insignificance. If Jack is the mastermind we all assume him to be, why would you believe his outreach to anyone about specific locations? I concur to an extent. For whatever reason, Jack seemingly has taken a chance with Stephanie and she has obliged. So Jack wins. And it seems as if Jack wins a lot. So I'm not sure what he did to secure that win, whether it be financial or what, but if it's just as simple as they both concur that everyone would destroy the spot. I mean, it's a tough one. When I can get off the stream and really think about it to myself like a big boy, maybe that makes sense one day that thank you, babe, that we don't want people destroying a spot. And I guess, but like, I need to pack it for you. But like, I don't know, man. We're all adults here. If someone does something against the law, fuck them, catch them. We can put trail cams up. We can watch it 24/7. That's where I have no problem donating money to the security of the location. Like, get the fuck out of here. You don't even have to do a damn thing, Jack. Set it up with somebody. Set it up with somebody who's a philanthropist who will take the precautions to protect the spot. Set it up with the searchers who will team up together to protect the spot. And we can all move on like adults. Sorry, chat. Anyway, what are y'all saying? I feel like you gotta move in here. Attorneys are dictating the narrative, possibly. Who could? Yeah, deleting from the Wayback Machine. Yeah, there's a lot of good wipes that have been involved on this, and it's quite peculiar. The only thing destroyed was the blaze by the finder. I tend to take that train of thought more serious these days. I want magic. When I become human again, can I please request an Indie K-Pro Ashley Treasure Warriors bar gathering? Fucking A. That's a yes, by the way. Condor is a troll account. Very well could be. Very well could be. That's not the reason she's good to me. She was a very good person to me, and some others I like her a lot, but don't agree with her on that. But she's still good in her heart. And K-Pro, that's what all we got to go off of. So yeah, I mean, none of this is like she's a bad person or anything. It's just it's tough when she's not even the finder and she's holding this back. There's got to be a larger reason if she's such a good person, right? But then tell us the reason. But beyond what Jack has said, don't be just a mouthpiece for Jack. That's too obvious that you've been paid off, in my opinion. If it is believed, why would he stop at 2 accounts? Agreed, Hooli. He could have 3, 4, 5 accounts, and that is continuing to be looked into. For the record, don't think that's not being currently looked into. Has been for quite some time, possibly. But you saw how long it took for the Condor 2 to get dropped. There's a lot of verification going on, not just twice, thrice. There's a lot of verification that goes on. What comes
after thrice?
I don't know what comes after. I was gonna say Frice. I was just gonna make it up. Frice. Let's go with Frice. Force.
Frice and force.
Frice.
Frice. Yeah, Frice is right.
Frice is right.
Oh gosh.
Frice is right. Hashtag Frice is right. Anyway, Ben, if you offered to be told the spot, but had to sign an NDA and get off YouTube, would you? I would question how long for both before I answer that. Once you have that, please rephrase the question. Odious and I both agree on what she is doing. I support her 100%. All right, I mean, fair enough. I disagree. It is obvious that there are some technology savvy people wiping hard drives. I mean, it's more than just wiping hard drives. We all know the other half of the story is DB Cooper. Fucking A. Fuck yeah. Soundboard. Fuck yeah. Rudy Green, I agree. What did Rudy Green say? Oh, you have to earn the location by solving the poem. It just feels like that just might be what it is. Rudy, that is not the only way. And by the way, there is no treasure chest there anymore. And I would say Capo is technically correct. You know, we can find the location another way if we want to like move heaven and earth here. I mean, I'm sure there's a way eventually to get the location out, but in the spirit of things, Rudy is also correct that, you know, listen, maybe this is designed, and Fen and Jack said to each other, do we tell them? Do they want to know? And Fen and Jack said, you know, they don't want to get it handed to them. They might yell and scream and call you names and hate you forever, but they don't want it handed to them. And then once someone does find it, everyone's going to go, oh, okay, we get you. And so are you willing to take that abuse? Yes, I am. Why not? That's how I can pay it forward. And maybe that's what happened. In which case, you know, at least I'm on record, at least that's a possibility. So sorry, Jack, if that's the case. But all indications are that's not what's going on. You're on mute, babe.
I just saw the request from Candy for gathering once she's feeling like a human, and I say, hell yeah to that.
Yeah. How many Reddit accounts do I have? I have one. Chasing Indy, the end of this ending is the absolute worst. So many snakes being revealed behind the scenes. You know, some of those snakes you should have seen coming. I support her if she wants to be quiet, but don't name call us for wanting more. Oh God, it like moved. For wanting more, you of all people should appreciate that. I mean, I agree. Like, there's got to be kinder ways of going about shit here. Like, I don't know. Something seems amok. The location is a tourist attraction. In my opinion, there are environmental issues that are criminal. Okay. But there are plenty of locations that are also tourist attractions where the proper precautions are taken. It doesn't cost that much money to take precautions here. The community itself could gather enough money to help Yellowstone fund some kind of protection for the site so there aren't any environmental.
I just don't even think it's necessary because I think
what if it is a technical archaeology? What if there are enough artifacts there? It's an archaeological site that hasn't been found yet, technically, let's say.
Okay, so can't they take measures to protect that? And aren't they also?
That's a lot more money than just protecting it. Then there's a lot more things that would be at work beyond a fence or a walkway with guardrails or security or cameras, whatever, or a trail, a proper trail. Like there's a lot more at play there. So I'm just if it's deemed an archaeological site, there's a lot more at play, and that may be the case. But again, then get specific with that. But again, there's still means of protecting it until
also,
it. By the
what
way,
are the numbers of people that
if it's a spot? We should check it out.
Well, number one, yes, to find artifacts. Why not? But number two, like, what are the numbers of the amount of people that have actually gone to Yellowstone and searched simply because of Forrest Fenn? Like, would never have gone any other. I fucking wouldn't have gone.
I just don't think people are gonna. I mean, I'm trying to think what's the difference between not releasing the spot? Okay, so you haven't released the spot. So the status quo is okay. Before we even do a hypothetical, you are assuming there's a certain amount of people out there who are out actively still searching, and there's a certain amount of people out there who are no longer searching but would still go to the spot should it be released. And what you're arguing is these people are going to damage the location if you give that specific location. The people who are already sitting at home aren't damaging locations. The people who are still actively searching, you could consider the crazy ones. And maybe of those people, there is a percentage that would damage the location, sure. But we're talking about a spot here that honestly, if you didn't give the spot, other locations are going to still get damaged. For instance, a hypothetical, I'm wondering if I want to say it. So us crossing the river at our location, right?
Yeah.
Me stepping on the marsh across that river. Is that against the rules or is that within the rules of Yellowstone? I'm looking over there because no spot has been given to me, and that looks like a Great Blaze spot. And Forrest Fenn's poem said, that's not really breaking the law here. It might be breaking the spirit of what you're supposed to do at Yellowstone, but I don't believe I was breaking a law. Correct me if I'm wrong. But like, what are we talking about here? There could be other locations that get damaged because the location isn't given out.
Yeah.
Needless people or people needlessly going to other spots because they're still convinced of it because the true location has been revealed. Who's to blame for those people dying? If we're to say someone's to blame for searchers dying during the chase, then who's to blame for searchers dying trying to find the answer to the end of the chase?
We just go round and around and around and around.
Exactly. But people argue both sides of this, and I just won't stand for the hypocrisy. I'm not calling anyone in this chat room a hypocrite. I'm not actually thinking of someone being a hypocrite in my head when I say it, but I know there is a contingency of people who are being hypocrites about this. Let's throw the dead rat on the table. Jack found it in Yellowstone and is too scared of losing money to say so, maybe forever. I mean, that's the simplest explanation, and I'm with you on that. I still think there could be something beyond that. But that's at least step one of the problem. Serious question. How would Forrest Fenn narrow down Yellowstone National Park to a single location to secret a small box? I would say the only way to know that is to figure out how he did it through the poem, and none of us have that answer. We only assume there is one. Hooley says, would you want to know the spot if it were to get the treasure and Jack tied up in possible federal court for years because of the location?
And possibly stripped of the chest.
So me finding out the spot fucks Jack over. Would I still want the spot? Is that what Hooley's asking me?
I think, yeah, that's the question.
No, I wouldn't want to fuck Jack over from the spot. I would keep it to myself then. That'd be, ooh. Is it a hypothetical him losing the chest, or is it confirmed he'd lose the chest? If you're telling me a court case, I would say the only way we release the solve is if there's a GoFundMe to support Jack's legal fund. And if Jack's legal fund GoFundMe hits what he needs to support himself in federal court, then he releases the solve and takes his chances with court. You know, maybe I could talk him into doing something like that. I don't think he'd do that, but that'd be a good little compromise or a good offer. A GoFundMe to Jack Stoof for his legal defense in his retrieval of the Forrest Fenn treasure from a national park via the United States federal government. I wouldn't want to fuck Jack over, I don't think. If I had to, God.
If this is alluding to the fact that that could be the reason why we're not getting an answer because it's just going to fuck Jack over and he really can't, that just sucks.
K-Pro mentioned the I think the beads were left at the spot that Cynthia retrieved the beads from on her own volition. Well, you know what? Spot wasn't desecrated after all because a fellow searcher cleaned it up anyways. Problem solved. My answer is in matching the tone of K-Pro's question, of course. Legal defense would be costly. I'm telling you, we would have to get the GoFundMe to involve the more eccentric in the community as well and get his legal fund up to like, $1 million. We got to get 7 figures to defend Jack Stoof. But then we get the solve out of it. Huh?
Well, how about we ask that question to chat? Would everyone donate? Even though a lot of people have a poor opinion of Jack in this moment, would they be up for donating if that meant that they would get the solve?
Let's make a poll out of it.
Yeah.
Would you donate to Jack's legal fund for a solve?
Hooli, I think that I'd have to agree to. I don't think that in good conscience I could cause that much trouble for one person when it's really in the big scheme of things, it doesn't matter if I know or not. It would be super frustrating. But no, I couldn't. It doesn't even matter if it's Jack or anyone. Or it was my worst enemy. I couldn't do that to someone.
Is there a statute of limitations if in Yellowstone? It's a good question. Do we have any legal minds or someone who can Google quickly and find legal code rather easily?
That's interesting. Maybe waiting it out.
I'd like to
But I
find
just,
that out too.
I just think that Jack would have gone about it a little differently then with that plan.
Well, he has said, like back at the Medium article, he even said, you will just wait, you will see, like talking like he was mimicking the Eric Sloan stuff, but like, he was even quasi cryptic that maybe something more was to come too. Looks like no's are beating the yeses 58% to 42, 59 to 41 right now. Interesting.
Right. That's what I'm saying, Caper. I'm saying if that really was the case and that he had to wait out some statute, then he would have done things differently and just said, given us something to be like, guys, just hold on, chill. I'm not trying to be a super dick. I'm just got to do this. And he didn't. So that's definitely not the reason.
Jack has alluded to the idea that, he can't do anything with the chest until the lawsuits end. So like, why are we all asking shit about an auction when he's made it very clear he can't do anything until the auction ends, or until the lawsuits end. You don't see the poll, K-Pro? It should be at the top of the screen. Maybe like refresh your screen or something.
Yeah, it's up there for me.
Wow, it's bumped up to 63 to 37. Interesting. I mean, let's put it this way. If Jack takes on the government, he's going to lose anyway. It's probably a loss. Why would Forrest leave it in a fucking national park to fuck over the finder like that? Did he really fucking think it wouldn't be an issue? No statute of limitations. I don't have a legal source, but I've heard that even Forrest's estate is still at risk of getting sued, says Alan Kay. Alan sounds like he knows what he's talking about there, but we don't. Even he says we don't have a verification on that. But it sounds like maybe no statute of limitations. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Forrest did say, "What if there's not a legal issue?" I understand the man said that, but you know what? When did he say that? When did he say that? Let's get context of Forrest fucking Fenn at that moment. I'm legit asking. I don't remember when he said that. Was it 2016 or was it like 2019? What's up, Lucky? What's up, Jason?
I think, gosh, you think he would have talked to so many people and figured this out.
Well, sounds like he didn't even talk to a fucking lawyer till halfway through the chase.
How would you, I guess, what is the proper legal way to do it? Was there a fuck up
What
here?
would make you decide to go to a lawyer 5 years in?
That's interesting.
Did they acquire land all of a sudden? Did the land ownership change in the spot where the chest was, perhaps?
Well, maybe it was just because of all the trouble with searchers getting arrested and dying, and maybe they started to look into it then. And then like, oh my gosh, what happens? And maybe Ellison even said, if it's on our property, like you can't take it. Nobody can remove it.
K-Pro said that he said it in 2019 and that it didn't make what he said doesn't make sense. And K-Pro was the one interviewing him. Listen, 2019 November Forrest Fenn is a different dude. If he says, what if there's no legal issue? Maybe he already knows the finder is going to be anonymous. And he just knows it's not going to be a legal issue.
She says he spoke to a lawyer before that in 2015-ish.
Oh, well, fuck if I know then. See, God damn it. K-Pro's yelling, a new statute in Yellowstone. Can we have links? Can we see? K-Pro, how's that possible if you don't know what happened? If we find out it was under 19 years.
Yeah, in my opinion, that was probably the best way to go. But it sounds like he didn't, so.
Why wouldn't someone like Doug Preston, well, if Doug Preston doesn't know where it is, he would. Why wouldn't someone like Doug Preston tell him to go talk to a lawyer before doing this too? And before doing the book? Like, no liability questions whatsoever before you put it public in a fucking published book? I don't know, man. How did he not talk to a lawyer? This don't make no sense. Back East says some of us still respect Forrest when he said the finder will have the choice of disclosure. have so much to say to that, yet I don't know how to say it. You're absolutely right. That doesn't negate what people are saying about what Jack's choices are right now. In fact, I think people are saying, what the fuck, Jack? They're not saying, what the fuck, Fenn? Some of us are saying, what the fuck, Fenn, for the choice of why putting it in a park right now. We're not what the fucking Fenn for the complete ending here. It seems like he was handcuffed at the end, metaphorically speaking. And yes, statute. K-Pro said, oh, I know you did a whole show on it. We were driving listening to that show.
Yep.
Hashtag statue.
It was like back in the day.
That was like old school, like 2 months ago.
Oh, gee.
All right, so our poll is going to end now because I'm just sick of it. 71% say no, they would not fund Jack's GoFundMe. Well, so much for offering that idea.
I kind of thought that's how it was going to go.
Fair enough. Fair enough. The people have spoke, Ashley. The people have spoke. Condor said Forrest wants the finder to be a maverick with legal and tax laws. And Condor said he didn't care what F says. He cares what the IRS and the park thinks. Completely concur. Completely think this chest was in a national park. I think the most likely one is Yellowstone. And I think Jack has an attitude when you take a good 30,000 foot view and a step or two back from the emotion of it all. I think that's a logical conclusion to get to. Like, sorry, fucking Forrest. Like, I get you want the finder to be the maverick you are because that's what it took to understand the poem. But it's 2020 or 2019 or it's 2021, whatever you want to say, pal. And I'm just not going to break laws. It's not going to be you who's defending me in court. It's going to be me. And the federal government is not going to be happy about this, man. They haven't been happy about this for years. They've been salivating, hoping this would get found so they could A, end it, and B, fucking go to town in court. So no, dude, I'm not going to be the maverick you want me to be. I totally understand that point of view, and it's logical that the Condor is Jack because of comments like that.
MS says it would be different if Jack was up front in the beginning. People would have helped. I don't know. I don't really know if that's true or not. Of course, if he was different, things would be different, but I still think it would be the same.
Ghost Dancer says someone's so full of themselves. I don't know if they're talking to me, you, all of us, but Ghost Dancer, I thought you were trying to find my spot. Right?
It's probably me. It's me because I'm bragging about this really cool vintage 90s Dan Marino jersey.
It would be different if Jack was up front in the beginning. People would have helped. You know, Jack really had control of the beginning narrative here, and he's the one who dangled the carrot right from the start. Whether he's the finder or not, he said that's not even half the story. He knows what he's saying with that. I'm not going to drop it, let go of it. It's not talked about enough. His mistakes are not talked about enough. That was a mistake on his part. No word from this Mike McDonald. He's probably like, fuck this dude. Who are you? Condor and Forrest were battling. I mean, or Condor was certainly venting, not caring if Forrest was going to read it. I don't know if Forrest was reading Reddit in like the 2018, 2019, 2020 days. Some of you all might think he was. Maybe he was back in the beginning, but even back in the beginning, Reddit was less known. I don't know. I don't even buy if Forrest was on Reddit. Unless somebody knows somebody who put the Reddit tab on his computer so he could quickly, easily get into it, then sure, he was on Reddit. But until you said that, I have to assume he wasn't on Reddit. I don't think Fenn is an old conservative like you think he's an old conservative. I think Fenn is an old libertarian. Alan, after the statute of limitations has passed, crazy to say, yes, the expedited the creditor's process, and unless his family was directly involved, yes, I have confirmed with lawyers all agree. This shit's getting crazy.
That must be about the estate, right?
Which we should all care less about. Why do we care about the estate? That's like personal shit, right?
Yeah.
You didn't say I give you title to my estate. I don't give you title to the shit I'm gonna give my family and friends, motherfucker. You're a finder of my treasure chest. You're not my blood. You're not my kin.
Nuts. That's kind of
Never
nuts.
understood why people would think they're in the estate.
That's what puts a bad taste in everyone's mouth about this kind of stuff. Those
Certainly,
people.
That's the kind of shit that keeps someone like a Shiloh or a Zoe away. It just confirms in their head, like, yeah, some of y'all might not come to our fucking house. Great, you're a normal human, but you guys dig into everything. You're caring about, you know what I mean? Like I can still see how they harbor resentment towards all of us. Yours truly included.
Yeah.
Not that they even know who you or I are, but you get my point.
Totally. Oh my gosh, flies are attacking me.
Yo, it's still freaking hot out.
It feels beautiful outside.
Odorous gnome. I don't know what I don't know why I said that was so intelligent, but I'll take it. Thank you. Kind of sounds like odious soul. Ben, the question was, if the entire chase was a fraud, people died, and the F estate could be sued. That was the no, for sure. I'm not saying the context of the conversation right now is crossing any lines. I'm more referring to people who have vocally said, "Oh, I'm waiting for the estate to come out. Well, as soon as they read that will, I'm going to be in it." Like those kind of people, not understanding the fraud process, the court process, how long these lawsuits can take place. We need to know these things because again, Jack has dangled the carrot about he won't even sell the chest until these lawsuits are done. So we do need to know all these things as people involved with the chase. God, will someone make a new one? That's all you got to do to stop this. Doug, you got plenty of money, bro. Just, put it in a spot you thought it was and say, you know what? Follow the poem. But now you got to use the poem like me, Dougie Preston. Sure, fine. Game on. Let's do it. Let's do it, Doug. You don't even need to write another book. You got plenty out. I'm sure we can ascertain something from the books you have written, sir. You can even guide us to a few books. Might even sell an extra few. Everybody wins. And maybe you can put the real solution in that chest. You don't have Lucky Digger wants a wrench. What say ye, fellow wrenches? Should Lucky Digger get a wrench? I think they've already requested Lucky Digger to get a wrench, right?
I think this would be a yes. You have a yes from me. From Dan Marino says yes.
Davio's telling us earthquake.
Oh, we're gonna have an earthquake?
I'll buy it. What you got? What you got for me, Davio? What
Tell me, what has the earth told you? Ben, I need you to check your Discord.
Alrighty.
Tell me about this earthquake. It's the first week of school too. This is a lot going on. I can feel the energy changing.
I still think it's almost over. Doesn't it feel that way?
Say again?
Feels like it's almost over. I don't know. That's the gut feeling I have.
The chase?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
agree.
I
think we're about to get a crazy amount of radio silence from all parties and nothing.
Yeah, we're getting close to the end. Things are wrapping up. I don't feel like they are.
Maybe we keep figuring some shit out, but no confirmation. So what the fuck does any of it matter? Yeah, dude. Hey, Rudy. Sorry, Rudy. We're not gonna have anybody else on tonight. Just FYI, like we don't know how long we're going anyway. We got to go back to maybe doing 2 shows so we can have people on one show, like one night.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
So we have like people on our Saturday night because like Sundays are chill. We don't like. It's not like we're trying to hog something. It's just like we just like want to just do that convo between me and Ashley. Plus, I'm fucking baked. I don't know about y'all. What are we drinking tonight?
These are vodka cranberry.
Oh,
Sorry, it's not exciting. You felt like it was a bigger,
oh, it's
exciting thing,
refreshing.
and
I like it. I figured it was vodka
that's
cranberry. I wondered
what
if
we
you
have.
added any extra like juju stuff to it or anything.
Well, I spit in yours.
Woo. Hey, Davio's leaving links in here for
What is? Oh, is this for the earthquake stuff?
yeah.
Yes.
I'll
Yes.
open them in like new tabs and shit. Oh shit. No, I can't do that. I'll figure it out. Oh, there we go. Okay. Ooh, looks like the Ring of Fire is on fire. Okay, bro. If you do one load of laundry, I bet Ashley doesn't spit in your drink. Chat, y'all are just like talking off your butts. Davio's heading to West Yellowstone, 22nd at the Dude.
Okay. I've got. I'm gonna be. I'm okay. I'm totally saving these videos to watch for later. I'm so excited. Thank you, Davio.
Hey, bro, what day is the poker tournament? I'm waiting for K-Pro to answer that. I wonder when that fucking poker tournament is.
Dude, I think those animals kicked in. I can't find the @ sign on this.
Oh, that's right. We took edibles. I totally forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Oh, man. Ow. Okay. I see you, Davio. Ashley Power 2020 at Gmail. Email me those videos because my voice is sounding really strange because I took an edible. I'm so ill. I took one. This is crazy.
Andy, what did you send me? Like, I don't understand the context of this. That's the problem.
What are we even talking about
Who talking what?
in the chat?
Oh, I have no idea.
Jeff Bridges, Johnny Cash, Wrenches. Is it Sunday?
Yeah, that's why we're keeping it chill. School's starting.
Ugh. Hey, maybe with school, we could like squeeze in a daytime stream 1 day a week, you know, while they're
Ooh,
gone.
daytime stream. Sure, why not?
Oh, good night. All
Give
right.
people some entertainment during the work hours.
Yeah.
Ghost answer, you find my spot, you can get on the show, just not tonight, bitch. When is the poker?
Oh, that's what we're waiting on. Poker.
I just want to know.
Lucky Digger, this is a 90s jersey. Ben had it when he was a kid. It's a youth 10. But yeah, I've got a lot of compliments, so thanks for noticing. Poker, I just met her. I got it. Clever.
Why doesn't Candy just go? I don't understand. She's talking about wanting to go to Yellowstone. I don't even know if I'm going. I know nothing. about what I'm doing until I do it.
Saturday, 1 p.m. What's Saturday? What are we talking about?
Saturday, 1 p.m. is the 22nd.
Of what month?
This month.
There's a poker tournament?
Online. They're doing a charity one.
Oh, boy, I'm baked.
Right? Those edibles, man. Woo! We're on a magic carpet ride right now. Can I have like background music? Is that against the rules?
Don't you? Yeah, it is. But don't you hear it in your head? You'd have to use. I'll have to hook you up with my playlist that you can actually use.
On a magic carpet ride.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
See, we don't monetize. Who cares? Why can't I just fucking? Because it blocks our videos. It takes it down until I fix it, right?
I think so. Just don't do it.
How do
I don't
people
know
play
what the
music in the back-
repercussions are.
How do people play music in the background, like soft music? Like, what if you did like movie soundtracks?
I don't know how it works, but I hear coyotes. That's my background music.
Yo, get out the air rifle. If they come close, shoot them.
Okay.
Go get
Over
it.
the head.
It's in the kitchen.
They're not going to come close. It's daylight.
Those coyotes like ate something 2 weeks ago, and it was like 7:45. Was it not?
Yeah.
Well, it's 7 o'clock right now. So
I'm feeling pretty invincible in this Dan Marino jersey, I got to tell you. So I'm not worried about the coyotes. I feel like I could strangle them with my bare hands. Wrap my braid around their neck and
oof.
what are Zoom teams?
Zoom teams. How does that work? Can we do poker and Zoom at the same time? Is that possible? Cynthia's betrayal.
Oof.
I hear you. I hear you, Candy. I hear you. And that's why, nothing was as it seems with anybody in this chase. All the personalities from start to finish, from A to Z. Nothing is as it seems. What's the dude in Indiana Jones say? Don't trust anybody, Dr. Jones. And then, of course, he betrays Dr. Jones. Duh. And who likes the Austrian chick in Indiana Jones 3, right? It's my favorite Indy, but my God, that woman is just abysmal. Yes,
she's terrible.
Time to talk trash and laugh. Oh, fuck yeah, that'll be dope. I gotta get at least that. You know what I need to get? I need a mic soundboard. That's what I need. I need something that's YouTube approved.
When the kids go to school, after I clean and organize this house, I'll have some free time. We can work on that.
Deal.
Let me get you all hooked up. You need like a light. Let me get you a little ring light. Like a regular
an
vlogger.
Actual comfortable chair. This chair is not good.
Well, it's my spirit chair, so it's really not meant for your butt. It's meant for mine. You've probably now destroyed it and put all of your juju on it.
Wow. That's disgusting.
K-Pro says no soundboard, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna look for a YouTube approved soundboard right now.
Oh, good night.
Stop me.
Okay, so what else?
You know, when you Google something, it's the equivalent amount of output of energy as a lit light bulb for 3 minutes. each time you Google something.
You know, I know that there's certain people that I know that really don't cost this world that much energy. They're a lot less than others. Because they don't Google.
Shit. Here we go again.
No, I'm so scared now. What's happening?
Open Gangnam Style.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely 100% no.
Open Gangnam Style.
I'm not even gonna listen.
Oh boy, here we go.
Are you done now?
For now. Greg can be in here, Indy. It's whatever. Anybody can be in here. We're not keeping people out of here. As long as they're not breaking any rules.
We're just chilling. It's Sunday.
Keep it chill. Everybody smoke a fucking joint.
But it is like white girl wasted. I love it. I think I have Mike to blame for this. I'm sorry, K Pro, but dang it. Freaking sad. Oh no.
That was awful. That was sad violin. Oh, ear rape edition. Jeez, no wonder.
Davio, it's Ashley Power 2020 at Gmail. I probably typed it in wrong because
I'm not white girl wasted. Indy.
Ashley ASHLEY Power POWER, no S. Some people add that in there, but there's no
We're all in
S.
this together, indeed. We are all in
2020.
this together. At this,
We're
from this,
all
like,
in
honestly,
this together. Oh, that's High
can't we
School
just do that from
Musical.
this point on? We're all just in this together. Yo, this is a weird soundboard. It's all curse words and stuff, and like orgasms.
Oh,
Whoa.
Toby. I have Toby to blame for this.
This one's called Big Weed. That's stupid.
That's terrible.
Wow, this is subpar. Ooh, Cartman's laugh. I like that one. Watch, we still get one of those little infringement things.
Oh man, now I'm thinking about Zac Efron.
Yo, Dark is saying go Bills. You get the fuck out. That is ban worthy. No,
Looks
I'm
like I
kidding.
got your email, Davio. Thank you. I'm gonna check it out. It just popped up. I can see the thing.
See, Greg, this is what we're talking about. Those you just keep it chill, Greg. Keep it chill, Greg.
Yes, or otherwise I'm gonna start talking about a High School Musical and Zac Efron.
Please, God, no.
This one time I met him in a bar.
You met him at a bar.
That's it. No mas.
No mas.
Yeah, as long as everybody gets along. If people start fighting, then I have to go tell that story.
That is a. Oh, you're not gonna tell the rest of the story. Oh, I got it.
No, it's. Are you fucking kidding me?
You're teasing it.
Yeah.
Bitch for this.
K-Pro says literally a phone ringing can get you a copyright hit.
Ah,
Hello, Dark.
Well, then we're fucked, aren't we, on this one?
Yeah, we're in big trouble.
Whatever.
When will you be taking Collins? Oh boy, Collins. That'll be
Collins.
hilarious.
Oh my God. Hell to the motherfucking no. On Saturdays. Saturdays will be call-ins and panels. Sundays will just be chill. And if somebody else is going on and they have something big to do, like with Amy Seeks, we backed off and waited to see what you had to say and then jump on when we feel the news has been broken and we can move on. Had me at FF at a bar. Jason, that's my story. Ash's
I think
story is about Mr. Zach motherfucking Efron. So, you know.
I think he's just like telling a love note to you. Like you had
I
him
need
at
it.
your Forrest Fenn story at the bar. I think
need
he's
it
just
after
telling
hearing
you it's Team Ben.
That's supposed to be feelings. Yo, this soundboard sucks.
What kind of poll are we putting in the chat, or do you want in the chat, Granny?
A new poll. A new poll. It's got to be a yes or no question. I don't know.
I'm not asking you.
What does the chat say we should poll?
Saturday is the poker tourney. It'll be awesome to see you on Sunday and recap.
That'll be dope.
Oh, the poll is, do you believe Jack found the chest?
I mean, that's so basic, but fine. All right, fine. Why not? Do you?
Did Zac Efron mess his chin up? Don't tell me that Zac Efron is ruined.
What?
Was in this. Okay. Candy, I'm going to send you photos of me in a Zac Efron t-shirt posing with Zac Efron posters because my best friend and neighbor at the time, we threw a party for her like 3-year-old daughter that was all High School Musical, but really it was just because we loved High School Musical and Zac Efron so much. And it was the only way that we could really look at Zac Efron all day without our husbands knowing that that's what we were doing. I was having dreams about Zac Efron, like dreams. So I'm gonna send it to you. Sorry, rant over.
Everybody say sausage, keep it going. Eggs, bacon, grits, sausage. When I get strawberry, lick my sausage. When I get IHOP, ordering sausage. Get a pancake with the motherfucking sausage. Give me that shit, I need some sausage. Lick my shit.
Okay, I'll Google it.
Google what?
None of your business. Just drink your drink.
Drink's almost out, baby cakes. Who is Zac Efron? K-Pro.
Don't even do it.
Oh, K-Pro. Stay away from Zac Efron. You don't want to go there. Zac Efron makes husbands and boyfriends uncomfortable.
You gotta get your head in the game.
K-Pro, you're doing a show after us tonight? I didn't know that.
Oh, well.
When do you want us to get off?
Maybe we should, so we can. I want to hear the news.
Well, I don't know if that's actually. Let's see if that's actually happening. When will Jack resurface? I don't even know if you can do that as a poll. $60-40 on if Jack found the chest. Oh, K-Pro is going tonight. K-Pro, what time are you going on? I had no idea.
K-Pro is on TV. Zac Efron is in a series of movies, but please don't watch them. Don't go down that
it's
rabbit
just
hole.
details on the poker tourney logistics, not a biggie. Well, I mean, still. We're just on to be on right now. It's not like there's any breaking news here, right? We're just talking shit.
Yeah, what time is it?
It's like 7-Eleven. We ordered food at like 4 o'clock. We got here like 4 o'clock, so I don't know about you. I'm not even hungry.
I'm not hungry either.
Perfect.
I don't remember what I ate, but I'm so hot today. You know when it's so hot, you can't even eat.
Tonight is the Love Island finale. Listen.
Okay, the finale.
Finale.
Yeah, honestly, I gotta be honest. I haven't watched Love Island. I did watch Love Is Blind, and I watched a little bit of the new recap on that, but it's meh. I'm really excited for White Lotus finale. Like, oh my gosh, it's already on. So yeah, as soon as we're done, we can watch it, babe.
Oh God,
because it dropped at 6.
Babe.
Yeah.
Don't you have like daughters that want to watch that with you?
No, I'm talking about White Lotus, you ding.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Love Island.
Gosh, you don't even listen to me. You
I
don't
was
even hear what I'm
listening.
saying.
I'm so high. It was the edible, babe.
Whatever. New poll in chat. Does Ben listen to Ashley? Yes or no? The answer is no.
All right, I'm gonna ask that right now. Oh, I have to wait. We got to wait a little bit. 110 in Vegas today. Do not miss those days. I do not miss those days. Where's the monsoon? It's 8:15. August 5th, 8:15, 815. 815. 815. Lost. Does Ben listen to Ashley?
K Pro, you're watching White Lotus with Mike. Oh my gosh, are you caught up? Like, are you ready for the finale? Are you behind what's going on? It's a little bit crazy and kooky, but we also really love it.
I was about to say we're about to theorize here, so spoiler alerts coming for White Lotus if you haven't been caught up. Or if too many people say no, we don't have to say anything. Or I could phrase my theory in the form of a non-spoiler. Try to do that. Oof, we're not off to a good start on this poll.
Oh, babe.
I get no respect.
Hey, but they liked your baby cakes, so there's that.
What are your favorite parts of the benchmark map? Well, why don't I get it out and take a look-see?
That was a close poll, honestly, at the end. For did Jack find the chest? Yeah, 55% said yes, 44%.
Yeah, it was about
no.
55-45.
Yeah. Do any men listen? I don't think so. Just talk slower. I'll try. It gets hard when I get excited about something.
So we're talking this one.
Okay.
K-Pro doesn't get to see the poll. I wonder if other people can't see the poll either. That's weird. Right now it's at 71-29. Yowza. I've made a little comeback, but not much. What's my favorite part about the benchmark map here? Well, let's take a look-see. Well, it limits the chase to 4 states, but that's time contextual, and I was in this chase far after that, so I don't care about that.
Okay, so K Pro, you're 100% caught up because she's starting to theorize in here.
All right, then. Spoiler alert territory.
Do we want to do it? Okay, we're giving warning. White Lotus, spoiler alerts. The season finale is on tonight. We're talking about everything up to that point. So earmuffs or let us know. But
I mean,
Ben,
it cuts off parts of Wyoming too. I mean, not really though. Would you really even go past the bighorns in Wyoming? No. I don't know. What is it? Where are you going with this, Hooli? I wonder if I can have fun with this map, and I didn't realize I could have fun with this map. I really haven't fucked around with this map too much. I've kind of treated it nicely.
Andy, White Lotus is White Lotus.
You know what?
How would you describe it?
Okay, here.
Oh.
It's a different page. It feels different. It's not made of the same material. How about that for touch? Huh? What kind of material is this made from? Huh? That's interesting. I mean, I'm not gonna go into ciphers because y'all know me in ciphers. I understand y'all believe in that, but again, what I can physically touch here, it's different. It's different. Why is that? And he sure as shit makes sure to use a fucking. I hate that shit, man. I hate that shit. I'm like gonna Google the definition.
Mess with your brain.
Just the semicolon. He always happens to just make sure he puts a semicolon on something related to the treasure, even if it's just a little paragraph. You get a semicolon after Wonderlust. You know, just right. There.
Was that the sound part or that was just you?
That was me. I mean, and here's the thing though, he said we had fun partnering with them to produce this treasure map. So they had fun with this. I'm just saying it feels, the material is just, it's different. I wonder what that is. Other than that, I don't know. All right. So, White Lotus. Who's gonna die?
Okay, but here's what I want to tell you. K-Pro's already said before you were fingering pages of the book that we already know the wife dies.
How do we know the wife dies?
Yes, I'm so excited. Okay, we initially thought the same thing. We kind of made an assumption, but then we started thinking, how do we know it's the wife? Go back, rewatch the beginning. Here's what we do know. He said he was on his honeymoon. He was playing with his ring. They asked about his wife. He got really pissed. He said there was a dead body was being loaded onto the plane, but didn't say it was his wife. If you watch his reaction, he's not upset. And now with all the context of all the episodes we've watched and we've watched their relationship, do you not get the feeling that she's come to the conclusion of like, oh, I really screwed up marrying this guy? We're leaning more towards she left him. That's why she's not there. She's not dead. Somebody else died. Who died? That's the question. What do you think? What are your thoughts, K-Pro? Tell me what you're thinking about that.
It's too uniformed, Huli, to be Morse code. Missing towns are interesting though, or at least the ones shown are interesting. I think the first episode wants us to think that the girlfriend is dead, but she's not. That's a firm belief I have. They want us to think that girlfriend's dead, but the dude is depressed. It's not, but he's not really depressed. He's more depressed still. Why have we been shoved down our throats that he didn't get the room that he wanted? That's what he's depressed over. And after a context of all the episodes, now we can understand why he's depressed, and it not be the fact that that's his wife in the coffin. There was no name on that box for a reason. I firmly believe it is not the wife. I will go on a limb and say I'll bet for that one. I'll bet you, K-Pro.
Yeah, I don't think it's, I think they're leading you to believe that. It was a big setup.
K-Pro, I'll bet you a buy-in to the reunion World Series of Poker tournament. $500.
Wait, hold on a second. Whose $500 is this?
My $500. K-Pro, I get it. You believe it's the one. Okay, neither one of us has seen it. It's 7:20. I've been live the whole time since it dropped. I think you have exactly 10 seconds without Googling. You have exactly 10 seconds to type in if it's a bet or not. I bet you it's not the wife who dies. The new wife, the newlywed.
We're talking about White Lotus, MS, White Lotus on HBO.
Is it a bet or not? For $500 for a buy-in for the World Series of Poker, which, by the way, of that buy-in, you get a 25% stake.
What does that mean?
Whoever has to pay the other person the $500 for the buy-in.
Oh, 25% stake.
25% in stake, just to make it fun and interesting. And friendly. Oh, K-Pro's already have second thoughts now that she's thinking about it out loud. So I don't know if she's going to make this bet.
You should have made the bet before we gave her our theory.
Right? Well, I didn't know she was going to be so adamant that she thinks the girlfriend doesn't die. But it's
Why?
such a swerve. It's such a fake out. No bet, no way. All right, fair enough, K-Pro, fair enough. Who's in here? What's up, Jay?
Oh, thanks. Just send them to me. Great. Appreciate it.
JJ's on his way.
You little shit. You shit ass. You could have just asked him what he wanted.
Well, he asked for you.
That's because he knows you probably say no, and I won't say no. Here it comes.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
So, well, K-Pro, this is what happens. You got to think fourth dimensionally on something. Now, it still easily could be the wife. Fair. if I were writing it, I would lead you to believe it's the wife and have it be somebody completely different. My guess is going to be the son. I think the son drowns. He's had way too many moments looking into the ocean, way too many water aquatic activities, scuba diving, snorkeling, getting in one of the outriggers and paddling. I think he's going to drown. He's going to be the dead body. And that's why we don't see any other person on that plane that is related to the show except for that boyfriend. There's a reason for that. I think we're going to find out in the finale.
Yeah, where's everybody else? But they
My
could be
guess is
flying
the
somewhere
family-
else.
My guess is the family's already on that plane. Because usually you get on the plane before the luggage gets onto that plane.
Absolutely.
They're loading it as you get on, right? I see that happen all the time. So my guess is everybody else is on that plane. He's on his way to fucking Tahiti or something, or he does say it's on our plane, doesn't he? So he is going to be on that plane. I don't know. Maybe he would obviously have a first class ticket, so he should be on the plane first.
Maybe it's because the wife is on the plane and they're fighting. So he's waiting till the last minute. Who knows?
That could be why he's depressed. He got like bumped out of first class. So he has to wait like the rest of the people. I don't know. There's a reason. There's a reason he's all depressed, and it's not going to be what we think it is. What we think it's supposed to be is the fact that that's his wife in the coffin, and it's not going to be his wife in the coffin. It's a classic swerve.
But I want to know, is the pregnant trainee coming back?
She must. That can't have just happened for no reason.
What was the purpose of that?
I don't know. It's weird.
I know.
K-Pro, why would the selfish guy care about the son of the rich couple who was mean to his wife? He doesn't care. He's just staring out the window. He's just thinking about how the fact that he got fucked out of the pineapple suite. He's not even caring that he's looking at that casket. He tells the couple across from him to fuck off because they're asking him about his girlfriend / newlywed wife. Now, they may have broken up, and that's why he tells them to fuck off. But I guarantee you it's because he's still pissed off about something so minuscule, and you're going to laugh about it. He's staring out the window when the casket happens to be getting put into the plane. He's not solemn or melancholy as he looks at that casket. He's thinking
He was just getting away from that couple too.
Yep.
I don't know if there's going to be a season 2. We were like talking, it's got to be over that everyone leaves, but maybe
If
they'll do
there
an
is-
anthology and a new group of visitors, like vacationers come and they keep the staff. But other than, I don't know. I
And
haven't Googled
frankly,
that.
I do think there is a Hotel California vibe, and maybe the reason the rest of the people aren't in that opening scene is because they all stayed at the hotel. I don't know. There's something weird going on with the hotel itself.
The name of the show is White Lotus on HBO.
So anyway, that's the White Lotus talk. I think that's enough White Lotus.
Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that.
All right. Well, what's coming up this week? I guess K-Pro's got stuff. There's a tournament on the 22nd. It looks like Greg is going live on the 22nd. Looks like a bunch of people in West Yellowstone on the 22nd. It's Fenn's birthday on the 22nd. Seems like a lot of things are happening this coming week. We're in the calm before the storm. And after this storm, I'm worried we're going to get a lot of silence. But hopefully I'm wrong. But it seems like a lot of people are doing a lot of things on the 22nd. I don't even know what else is happening. Maybe other people are doing shit on the 22nd. We'll see. All I know is this shit's exhausting sometimes.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm always looking forward to it.
I mean, I am too. We'll see what happens. I got to catch up with some people. I've missed some calls, some people sharing some information with me. I got to catch up on some emails that some of you all have sent, and I will get back to doing all that. I got a few to answer. So I think it's a good spot to wrap it up, though. What do you think?
Yeah, great. Thank you, Derek.
Well, it looks like K-Pro's going live after this. So everybody check out whatever she's going to do. It looks like she's going to talk about the details of that poker tournament. It's online. So Ashley, you better be in it as well. If you last longer, you know what we can do? We can make a bet of who lasts longer as like a little side bet. And anybody can be included into the side bet, but you got to contribute whatever the side bet is. I don't know if it's money or if it's, I don't know, something silly. Like for instance, if you get like 5 people in it, the winner gets to pick the weird dare that the last place person has to do, and everybody in the middle is safe. And it's something like you got to shave your head or something like that. I'm not worried. I'm not going to be in last. Don't give
Not
me
shaving my
that
head. I've never played poker except for as a little girl at family gatherings where my uncle would yell at me all the time for moving my cards or putting my hands on the table or off the table, whatever. I was traumatized and I'm always triggered. So yeah, I've never played. You want me to play and the loser has to shave their head, which the loser will be me? Absolutely not.
Hold on. K-Pro has a bet with me she wants to make. I don't know if
Okay, let's see.
Ben, want to bet that Jack surfaces this week. Bet me a reunion buy-in with the 25% stake. She seems so confident, babe. I don't know what to make of that. She seems so confident. I can't bet that kind of confidence. I'm a good people reader. I sense she has something. So I can't make that bet as much as I don't think the chances are likely. It sounds like K-Pro might have something up her sleeve. That deserves a bong hit before we go. Jeepers creepers, K-Pro. I can't make that bet. Can't make that bet.
Now Ben won't be able to sleep.
Chasing Amy did have a good show last night. It was fun. Alan was on it. Galaxy was on it. Gallatin was on it. Was Hui on it? I think it was just
Hui
Gallatin.
was. No, I thought, well, maybe. I don't remember. I thought so.
Sometimes I think Hui and Gallatin sound alike. Either way, it was really good. I was on it for a bit. It was fun to listen to. I listened to the rest today. I passed out early last night. Careful, K-Pro's a good poker player. You know what? I don't doubt that. I'll play her heads up, though. I have no problem doing that. Listen, I'll always trust myself, and I feel like it's getting back on the bicycle here. So she wants to go heads up. I am all in. But if we want to do the who lasts longer thing, I'm all in on that too. I'm practicing. I put my hat back in the ring. Ideally, I'd need like 10 or 15 more tournaments to really get back into it. But how about the main event 10K battle? Now K-Pro's just talking big shit now. Well, let's just make a $10,000 bet, K-Pro. Why not? All right. Well, think of a good bet, K-Pro, and I'll be in your show and I'll tell you if I accept it. But I don't accept any of those bets. I will not accept that bet. It sounds like maybe Jack might be resurfacing. Hopefully. I'd like to understand why or where or what, but we got a week to find out. God, I am tempted to make the bet though. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's a calendar, and all she's asking for is a week block of a 365-day wheel. She's asking for 7 numbers on a wheel of 365.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe I take that bet. Why wouldn't I? I'd be a fool to take that, not to take that bet.
But are you just talking yourself into it? Going against what your gut says?
How long do I have to make that decision, K-Pro? The $500 one with the 25% stake. How long do I have to make that decision? Oh, look, we got Jack Stoof with 2 Fs saying, don't take that beat.
Don't take that bet.
Thank you, Jack Stoof.
One word laundry. Yeah, I have so much laundry to do.
Laundry. Well, now, that's not even fun. No. How long do I have to make? Do not do it, Jack. You know what? Jack Stoof himself is telling me not to do the bet. Well, I mean, shit. I guess I don't do the bet. That's where we're
Might
gonna
be a
close it out,
sign
guys.
from the universe.
I'm gonna say no to the bet, and that's the ball game. That's all she wrote. All right, kiddos. Well, it might be a very fun week. We may go live during the week and call it the fucking kids are out of the house, so we're going live show. Woo! And we'll do that like noon on a Wednesday or something. Although we gotta look at that block schedule and make sure it's not like half day and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But anywho, sounds like we might have a reason to go live at some point this week, and I may or may not be up to some shit. We'll see. And all right, good night, everybody.
Bye.